In 2023, sheriff's deputies responded to a 911 call reporting a shooting at an apartment building outside of Pensacola, Florida. When deputies arrived at the scene, they found the body of 24-year-old Colby Vinson lying just outside the open front door to his apartment. He had been shot as he was unloading groceries. Sitting next to Colby's lifeless body was his 4-year-old daughter. Thankfully, she was unharmed. After ensuring the little girl was safe, the sheriff's office contacted her mother, Colby's ex-girlfriend, 25-year-old Rachiel Moore. They asked her to come down to the sheriff's office to be with her daughter. When she arrives, police question Moore about Colby's murder.
Where did you have a seat? Right here at the head of the table.
Thank you.
Hi.
Detective Marino.
Hi. I'm Rachiel. I'm Victim Advocate. Hi.
Sorry to the circumstances.
Yeah.
Can you just spell your first name for me?
Rachiel.
Okay. And Rachel, what's your middle name?
Nicole. Nichole.
Alright. What's your birthday?
8/22/97.
And good phone number for you? And then, do you live with your mom and Blackjack?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just going to talk to you a little bit. I'm sure you've already been asked these questions last night. Sorry if I repeat these questions.
No, it's okay. Ask away.
So, how long were you and Colby together before you separated?
Probably 4.5, 5 years maybe. But my child was about 14 months old when we separated. She's 4 now, and we haven't had much contact since then.
Did you guys live in Santa Rosa?
Yeah.
The whole time?
Yes.
Okay. If you don't mind me asking, why'd you guys separate?
He has a drug obsession. Like, no matter what environment I would put him in, he would bring the drugs to it. I could get him out of the environment and he would be the drug dealer. I could take him. We moved out because his family said that if you have a baby and you live with your family, it just automatically ruins your family relationship. Like, you don't get to grow as a family. And he took that personally. So we moved out, and we were 4 minutes from my mom's house, and that was okay. I was like, okay, fine. Well, once we moved out, he started selling drugs. He started growing drugs in our house, and I had my kid, and I was like, hey, you can't do this. Like, this is a dangerous situation for our daughter. Like, you gotta stop. So about 6 months later, after I realized that he wasn't going to stop putting her in these situations, that this was what he wanted to do. He was pushing his life towards this situation. He was going to open a wake and bake dispensary where he just sold his own drugs and had his own breakfast in. Like, that was what he wanted to do. And I said, that's fine. I just can't have Presley a part of that because I don't trust that system. If you sell drugs, somebody else knows that you either have the drugs or you have the money. And it's a dangerous situation for our daughter. So it got to the point where he was growing shrooms in our closet and he was having acid on our coffee tables, and it was just, I was like, no. So I gotta go home. So I went home and I said, you know what, if you can leave all of this here, you can come home with me. So he came home, and then he just did that exact same thing to my mom's house. And at that point, I grew up in an environment where you don't show any of your drama between your relationships with your family, because once you get through it, your family still knows about it. So I had hidden all of that from my family up until that point. And then my mom had seen it at our house, of course, and she had like, no, I can't come over there because I don't want to be there when the cops show up, or I don't want to be there if something goes down. I don't want that. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to come home. So I did that, and then he came home with us, and he did the same thing to my mom's house. So I showed her everything, and she was like, this isn't healthy, this isn't. I was like, I know, so he's got to go. So he moved out after just a whole bunch of build up. He moved out at like my kid's 14-month-oldish, that area. And then he could only afford to see her for a couple hours on a Saturday while I went to work, and then I came home, or I came to get her, and he was shaking her, and he told me shaken baby syndrome was just a myth. And I was like, it's not. There's billboards about it. I'll quit my job. I don't care. I don't need this. So then that was fine for a while. And then since I had government-assisted health insurance through the government and food assistance for her through the government, they file for child support. So they file for child support and send it to the father. 14 days later, he turned around and sent me 50-50 papers, child custody papers. And I was like, I'm panicking because you haven't wanted anything to do with her for this long. What now? So we go to court. I get the lawyer, and I show him all of these pictures that I have of him with the bongs in her lap or in his lap, the drugs on the coffee table. And he's like, if something happens to her on his watch and it's not court ordered for her to be there, it's on you if something happens to her. So I was scared. He told me I didn't have to until it was court ordered to force her to go over there. So I didn't. I was like, look, until it's court ordered, I don't think that it is, I'm not comfortable with the lifestyle you're living. It doesn't need to be. Like, you haven't had anything to do with her for this long. I'll see you in court. So we went to court, and the judge had a death in the family, and it got moved up, and then my side of the case wasn't even allowed to be seen in the court, and then they told me 50-50 sharing, and I said, okay. And then I showed up, I dropped my kid off, and then at midnight I'm getting a call saying, hey, answer the front door. And I answer the door, and there's deputies saying, hey, where were you? What were you doing? I'm here, sleeping, up here, waiting.
How long did Colby not see President?
About 10-ish months.
10-ish months.
Sorry, my hands are so sweaty.
It's understandable, trust me.
Oh, I didn't want her to be put in this situation because I could see that this is where his life was going. What if she saw this? Then where do you go? That's not something you can just unsee. And they said don't ask her anything, don't say anything to her. So of course, I mean, you can't say anything to her because then I'm messing with evidence or doing whatever, and I don't want to do any of that. So I'm just panicking, letting her sleep, but I can't sleep. What do I do? What do I do for her if this is something that has happened and she saw everything? This is exactly why I didn't want her to go back, y'all.
You mentioned him selling drugs and everything?
Yeah.
What specific drugs in general? I know you mentioned shrooms and I think you said acid.
Acid, marijuana, shrooms. He told me that he couldn't get her a few times because the people he was living with were doing coke, and they couldn't put it up, and that he didn't want her to eat it. And I was like,
did you know these people that he was talking about?
I knew that he lived with them and that their name was, but other than that, no.
And then for that 10-month span when you didn't have contact with her, were you guys communicating at all?
Not really, no. But I have my phone. You can see what we talked. Like, this is the app that we met on.
No, that's the internet.
Yeah.
The pool.
That's the app. It says that's literally it. And then where at specifically, my mom had already seen him, so she was carrying the baby to
Do you mind
him.
if I had a picture of it?
Yeah, for sure. And then you can see our text messages too. Just so I didn't have to respond to that because my mom had already seen him.
What time did you drop her off?
6:30.
6:30. And where was that at?
Publix. But I knew to be there because,
That's in the bar?
yeah, it says it right here. I got an email from my attorney that said this. We didn't have to communicate. We knew where, when. I just had to accept it, so I did. I was not expecting deputies to show back up at my house the same night.
Did you actually physically hand her off to him in
No.
the parking lot?
No, I figured it would probably be easiest and best for our child that if my mom handed her to him and said, hey, this is what's going to happen. I hope you have a great week. I'll see you later. And she said that he said, or she asked him, hey, I know you have to work this week. Do you need child care? I'm right here. I can even come do it at your house if you want. He said, no, I've got it all figured out. Tell Nunu you'll see her on Sunday. And then just turned around and walked away. So that was the end of it.
Were you in the car?
Yeah, I was in the car. It was me, my fiance, my mom, and my baby. We pulled up to Publix at 6:30.
Fiance is
Christopher Stevens. We pulled up to Publix at 6:30 to do the drop-off, and my mom got out with Presley, handed her over, and we were supposed to go home.
Was Colby with anybody when this happened?
I didn't think so. She said nobody was in the car.
Okay.
I thought I was supposed to see her again.
Did he drive himself?
Yeah.
Do you know when he drove?
She said that he drove his little red car, and that it was just him in the car. Because I asked. I was like, hey, was he by himself? Like, did you ask where they were going? But clearly I don't have a good communication skill with him, so I figured that she might do better than I will, and I don't want to stress Peanut out on the first day she's going to somewhere new. He had our child's name misspelled across his forehead. So.
When did you guys actually, is that the only communication you had was through the parent app once
Yeah.
it was decided you guys were going to have 50-50 custody?
Yeah, on Monday, he texted me the app itself. But I mean, you can see what we've texted and where it's been. Like, it's even dated. This is where it's been. So I downloaded the app. I said, okay, I don't have to text you back. I can do it on the app. The court can see everything. If the court can't see my case side, at least they can see what I'm saying. And that's what I was thinking about.
Other than obviously the drug history and everything, that was Colby a violent person in nature?
No, not that I had seen, other than him shaking our baby. That was the only violent thing, and it was just because she was screaming. And you know how babies can get, they scream and scream and scream, but also you get frustrated. You're supposed to put him down and walk away. But that's the only time I'd ever seen him be violent. He's always been that stoner hippie kid that's just looking for a trip. But it's always been that, let's see how high we can get next trip. And that was scary for me. That's what it boils down to, is that kind of lifestyle scary for me.
All the stuff that he was dealing, was he also using that?
Yeah, I have pictures of him dropping acid and eating shrooms and making shroom tea and bragging about how it's such a great thing, how he was trying to get big like Snoop Dogg.
Do you know anybody that would want to hurt Colby in a manner like this?
I don't know. Like I said, I haven't spoke to him in almost 10 months. I had gotten to where it was sickening for a man that was willing to hurt our child to get out of having to change diapers. A man that was willing to send her back with water blisters all over her body because he doesn't like the way sunscreen feels on his hands when it was spray-on sunscreen I sent him with. It was sickening to think about it. So I just, okay, bro, I'll deal with you if I have to. It literally made me sick to think about, this is what I forced my kid to have. This is not the man that I procreated with. This is what he turned into, and I don't know how to fix it for her. So that's where I was at, and I don't know how it got here.
How did your mom find out what happened?
She is nosy. You know, in that apartment complex, my mom's got a best friend that has kids that are 30, 40 years old. I don't know how old they are, but they live there too with their kids up in the same complex on the floor above them. So as soon as she found out that we actually had to do drop off and actually were being forced to let her go for the week, she said, hey, this is where our baby's going to be at. Can you please keep an eye out for her? She might be on the swings. This is what he looks like. This is what she looks like. Can you please just look? And this is what's going on. She said, yeah, that's perfect. And then that night, Dustin and Sam, which are the kids of my mom's best friend, called Kim and said, hey, there's cops all downstairs. Maybe you guys should come see what's going on. So Kim calls my mom, just being nosy, saying, hey, there's cops down at the, whatever the place is called, and we should probably go check it out. She said, hey, I'm going to ride with Kim somewhere. So, oh, okay, it's late, but okay, I didn't think anything of it. It's like, okay.
She normally just up and leave like that?
Well, yes and no. I mean, we have a roommate living situation. It's not like I live with my mom, if that makes sense. Like, we just bought a house together. This is my best friend, if that makes sense. Like, I see her in passing, she sees me in passing, we do our own laundry, we cook our own food, like, she's there if I need her, and I'm here if she needs me. So it's not like, yes, I live with my mom, but I don't live with my mom. She doesn't cook for me, she doesn't do my laundry, she doesn't clean for me, it's not like that. So when she says, hey, I'm going somewhere, it's like, okay, have fun, text me if you need me. That's the relationship we have. So I didn't think anything of it. When she texts me at almost midnight saying, hey, answer the door. What do you mean answer the door? Nobody knocks on our door. Like, people just nobody comes to our house except our family. And they come in. Why would they knock? Especially late at night. Like, nobody comes over. They know I have kids. And I always have kids. Why would they come over this late? So when I answered the door and it was detectives and they had all of that to say, I panicked. I said, where's my kid? What do I do now? And I'm still in that situation. What do I do now? That's where I'm at. It's because, what do you do now? It's because you flat out said this isn't what you want to happen, because this might happen, and then it happens. Yeah.
And Christopher was with you
Yes.
last night when the detectives were there?
Yes.
How long have you all been together?
2020.
Okay.
October, November of 2020.
Did Colby know him at all? Like, did they
No,
interact?
they didn't communicate. It wasn't their place.
They never saw each other?
No. And if they did, it was just, like, from the windows, from the house to the car, or... We don't... Like I said, we're not drama people. Like, I want that as far away from my kid as possible. I don't want a toxic environment for her.
So I'm going to let Ms. Latrell ask you some questions about your daughter, because she's going to be the one conducting the interview, and I'll be in a separate room, so I won't even be in the same room.
Okay.
A specialist in child psychology questions Rachiel more about her daughter to prepare to interview her child.
Once the interview's over with your daughter, I might just talk to your mom real quick back here. I don't want to keep you guys here for forever, so I'll make it really quick once that's done. So if you just let
We're
her
not
know.
in any kind of rush to keep us here until you get what you need. I can send her back if you need me to. I need to know what to do, y'all. Who expects to be in this situation? I need to know what to do next. I'm not prepared for this. I'm so scared.
We'll do the interview and we'll just hope for the best that she didn't see anything. And if she unfortunately did, we'll kind of tackle that as it comes on.
Okay.
Alright?
I'm not allowed to let her see me upset.
Yeah, just take a minute. I'm gonna turn this recording off real quick and you can get your tissue, gather your thoughts for a minute. I understand.
Deputies bring Rachiel Moore back in for another round of questioning.
I'm Detective Kelly. I'm his partner. So just, like I said, I'm also kind of play catch up. I talked to your mom last night for just a few minutes, so I kind of got previewed into everything. I want to kind of start with
Same.
kind of this, what's been going on in this last year with like custody, because
Honestly, this last year hasn't been bad. This last year, 10 months ago, he said, okay, so in order to understand, you have to go back. We had our kid and he decided that the drug lifeless for him. And I decided it's dangerous for our daughter. So I moved back home. And then at 14 months old, when Presley was 14 months old, he moved out. And then for a while, he was getting her every Saturday for a couple hours, and that was fine. And then it was to where, I can't get her because my roommates are doing coke, or I can't get her because I got this going on. I was like, okay, well, if you're gonna be around that and on that, I don't feel comfortable letting her go with that. And you're posting pictures of dropping acid and driving around smoking, like you're not making responsible decisions. You're making me nervous. And the fact that you posting all of this with her included, it's making me nervous. So I had her under government-assisted food and government-assisted health insurance.
Mhm.
And whenever you do that, they go after the other parent for child support. Well, whenever that went through, 14 days later, he turned around and said, oh, well, all of a sudden, I can get her 50-50. I'm definitely not comfortable with that. No. What are you gonna do during the week when you have to work? I'm gonna leave her with my girlfriend? No. She does the same things? No. So at that point, I've got a lawyer, and he said that if she gets hurt on his watch, it's just as much my fault as it would be his fault, because there is nothing in writing or anything that says that she was supposed to be there or he was the one with her. So if she accidentally grabs his coke or acid or whatever he leaves laying around and eats it and overdoses and dies, I go to jail because of child neglect and abuse and death. And just, so I said, no, I'm not forced to give you custody of our kid yet. I'll see you in court. When they force me to allow you to have custody of her, I will. Okay. Perfectly fine with that. So Monday came up. They said, we're gonna do week to week. I said, okay. And I dropped her off Sunday, Sunday at 6:30 at Publix. And then I went to the Tom Thumb. It was me, Christopher, my mom, and the baby. And my mom did the exchange for the baby because I figured that would be the easiest, smooth, because I figured after 10 months he was probably gonna be rude to me. And I didn't want that for her.
how are y'all communicating?
I got sent this email through my attorney on Monday. saying that this is what was issued, so this is where I had to be. So I knew where to be, what time to drop off.
Okay, so this is your subpoena, your court subpoena?
Yeah,
Okay.
Do they send that to you every week from here on out that you're supposed to do?
I have no idea how any of this works. This was the first exchange.
What day did you have court?
Monday.
It was on Monday?
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't supposed to be until the 15th. And then out of the blue, I get a call saying, hey, you need to be out of work on Friday and Monday. We have court on Monday. And I was like, oh, okay. Okay. So that got sent to me and I was like, oh.
So tell me,
If I see the-
so tell me about Monday. Tell me about court. What happened in court?
It absolutely sucked. I went in and since it got moved up a couple days, my side of the case and everything didn't get turned in time. So it really looked like I just said, no, I don't want you to see our kid anymore. Bye. And then turned around 10 months later and said no again. She didn't turn in. She didn't get to see any of my parenting classes, any of anything that I did. And it was any of the pictures, any of the evidence, anything. So she really looked at me and told me that I was a spiteful mother that just didn't want her child around this. And I was crying. I was like, ma'am, that's not the case. It's just the fact that his drug lifestyle is dangerous. And this is why. I don't do that kind of stuff. We don't go in big crowds. Those kind of things make me nervous. Small children, people take them. Big people take them. So Monday was over. I got that email. I said, okay. And then he texted, she got both of our numbers, sent them, or he got my number from her. And then he texted me on Monday and Wednesday because I didn't respond on Monday. I was hoping that you can see everything that we've been saying. And it's dated and everything. We have no communication.
Was the court hearing, was that in person?
It was over a screen.
Like through Zoom or something?
Yeah. Him and his lawyer on a screen, me and my lawyer on a screen, and then the judge on a screen.
How long was the whole proceeding?
An hour. It was one of the worst hours of my life. I was humiliated and talked to like the worst person on the planet. And from her perspective, I can completely understand that.
Talk about the judge's perspective?
Yes, from her perspective, I can completely understand that because she didn't get any of my side at all. None of the pictures, none of the evidence, nothing.
All right, well, tell me about, let me back off that for just a second. Tell me about the home life. What goes on? I know that where y'all live, it's kind of it's a real close-knit little community you're in.
Yeah.
Tell me about where
family
how she lives.
Oriented. We're very family oriented. We get up, I go to work, she hangs out with my mom, and she does whatever they do. Like, she'll go to the nursing home with her. My mom is the home health care nurse. So she goes to do those things where they have a playground and stuff at their yard and stuff, so they play there. And as soon as we get off work, we get our kids, and sometimes we'll go kayaking, sometimes we'll go hiking, sometimes we go to the parks, we go trail hiking. Like, we do pretty much anything that we can take our dogs and our family with. So that's.
So where you're living, so it's not just the three of you then, right? There's more people around that are like family to y'all?
Yeah, where I live, here's me. My uncle lives here. My grandmother lives here.
Who's your uncle? Last name?
No.
First
Steve.
name? Okay, Steve.
Yeah. And then my grandma lives on the other side of him. And then Danny lives across the street. We've just kind of adopted him. He's been here for over 10 years. And our other neighbors, she watched me when I was in elementary school, so we kind of grew up together.
Who's that?
Wendy and Jean. They've been married for 6 years.
Does Kim live on Blackjack too?
No, Kim is, she lives on Pirates Way. She's my mom's best friend, lifelong. She's been around since I was born. She has a son that's 2 days younger than me, and we grew up together. So that's how she fits into the family. I'm basically her adopted kid. She's always been there for me.
Did you grow up on Blackjack?
Yeah.
So is it fair to say, I mean, I can clearly see, I'm a parent too, I can clearly see like how much this whole scenario is tearing you up in regards to your daughter, okay? So I really can sympathize with your feelings about that. Is it everybody else that kind of lives around you and other people close to you kind of feel the same way?
Yes.
Like in support of you?
Yes. Yes. And I can send you a whole army of people that can tell you that you can ask them individually anything.
And that's what I'm trying to think is like any other people I can speak to.
Yeah, I'll give you a whole list of.
So I got Steve,
And
got your grandma.
I've got little cousins. They live there too. They're always there. Steve, he's 18. You can talk to him. Chase, Danny. My grandma lives on the other side. That's Becky. Becky Moore. Wendy.
Okay. What about Gene?
Gene.
Okay.
You can call him too. You can call Melanie. I think her last. She's not my neighbor, but she can be a person to talk to about me and how I am with my kids. I've had to take my kid to work with me a couple of times. I work as a veterinarian clinic. I work at the bordery side, so I get to do the dog walks on the beach or the dog baths. Or so if my mom gets called into the nursing home side, I gotta make it work. So she comes to work with me. But they've seen me work with her. They've seen her hand in hand with me. I've got plenty of coworkers that have seen that. Yeah.
Did you ever see Colby argue with any of those people?
Not that I can think of. Not really. He didn't do much arguing. He was kind of a pushover, if that makes sense. Like
Colby was a pushover?
Yeah, he didn't. When I tell you, he was just looking for as high as possible. That's what he was. That didn't leave him because of aggression. It was just because I was scared that he was gonna get high and forget my kid somewhere, or leave the drugs on the table and let my kid eat them, or simple things like he left a wet wipe in her diaper and literally caused blisters on her vagina. Like water blisters on her back because he doesn't like sunscreen on his hands, and it was spray on sunscreen. It was those things. It was never the aggression. It was, I'm scared that what you're selling is gonna get you hurt, or what you're doing is gonna get my kid hurt, or what you're doing is gonna hurt you.
Is there anybody that you can think of that would have, on your behalf, tried to help you out in this situation since the courts
Not that would have
haven't
the
helped
balls. No. My family grew up very Southern Baptist. They pushed me to marry him when they found out I was pregnant, and I was the family disappointment because I told them no. And I felt that way for a long time because I told them no. We'll pray about it, we give it to God. That's who we are. We're not, let's start a war, that's not us.
So
And
after,
yeah, I understand y'all can see my record, but that wasn't from me, and you could see that it was clear. You can see that my brother put me in this situation. Like, I'm not a violent person.
Who could be a violent person?
I don't keep violent people around me. I have high anxiety, and ever since I had my kid, that's my focus, is if you're violent, there's no way you're gonna be violent towards her. I'm not real big. I don't carry guns. I don't carry weapons. I have a machete. We go hiking with snakes. Are you kidding me? What? How defensible am I gonna be with a machete? I don't keep aggressive people near me, and if they are, I keep them at a distance. That way their aggression stays over there.
Well, you know how you mentioned that you saw the judge's point of view, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so I want to put you in my shoes for just a second and make you
understand.
Well, and this is why we're trying to clear out as many people as we can and talk to as many people as we can, and this is why, okay? So we'll start with going back to court, okay? Obviously, this has been a long standing court battle, and it did not go in your favor. So so the very day that he gets to meet up and take his daughter, who he hasn't seen in
Almost a
a year,
Yeah,
he turns up deceased,
right. You
Okay.
can see why I'm panicking.
okay?
I
So
know how
then-
this looks for me, y'all.
I know, okay, but I want to point them out, so I want you to understand this, okay? We show up on scene very quickly after the fact the call is made, and at that time, we learned certain information from like your mother, who said she showed up not knowing that anything had happened, but that she was told that there were lots of police at the apartment building,
She's nosy.
okay?
She's nosy, and she's real concerned about her grandbaby.
Okay.
That's where she was gonna be. Kim has got kids that live there, and said, if anything, I don't care if a frog farts, if anything happens, call me.
Right.
And that's
And
what
they were-
happened, but
And they
I
were
didn't.
watching, and they were told to keep an eye on Colby, right? And what's going on?
On everything,
Right.
just this, everything, yes.
So why didn't they point out to, is it your godmom? Is she your godmother?
Kim?
Yeah. Okay, why would they not point out to her that it's pretty clear that something's going on at Colby's apartment? Why would they not have that information?
Again, I wasn't told anything until they got at my door. I was told, hey, I'm gonna go see Kim for a few minutes. Okay, I'm gonna stay here and watch my movie.
So why
My
didn't they,
show.
so they didn't tell, so your mom just left without telling you that she was gonna go over to the apartment?
She said, I'm gonna go with Kim for a minute. Why would she tell me she's going to the apartment that I just left my kid at? I would wanna go.
Well, she just got told that that the building is surrounded by a bunch of cops. That would seem to be some information
If it's not
to pass on to you.
if it's not something
Because
that
obviously
she
you are
already knows.
Obviously, you're very upset about the situation your daughter's in. Why would she not share that information with you?
Because she didn't know details.
Okay, but she knew that the police were there.
Yep.
Right, okay. And then she seemed very surprised that it had anything to do with Colby when I told her what was going on. I don't understand how she would not have that information if Kim's kids live right there. It wasn't a mystery what apartment we were at. It wasn't a mystery what was going
Sir, I don't
on.
understand your question. Are you asking me if my mom knew
No, I'm
where
trying
the
to,
cops were?
I just want you to understand
I understand, and I can
the
tell
other
you.
perspective, okay?
Call Kim, and she can show you the messages that got sent to her about the scene.
Right, but I'm talking about how it's odd that information did not get pushed to you.
Why stress me out more, knowing that my world's already stressed at
Well,
max?
why wouldn't you? Why
Why
would she
wouldn't
not
I
want you
go?
there? Yeah. If there was something going on there, why would you not want to be there? Why would?
Because I'm not f***ing nosy. Because if I can stay at home and try to go to sleep instead of stressing out and stalking my baby daddy, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. As far out of sight, out of mind goes, that's what I'm gonna try to do. It wasn't my choice to hand her over. It was the judge's. I had to.
I understand
Because
that. I
otherwise,
understand that.
contempt of court, I go to jail. So you know what? I did what I was told. And that's the extent of it. I did what I was told, and then I got the shit show the same time you did.
But you can see how all these scenarios are gonna work out in your favor on the same day that he winds up dead. You can understand how conveniently that ends up working in your favor, right?
Okay.
But
Well,
you,
how can I make it not? Because you know where I was, you know who I was with, you know what I was doing, you know who I contacted. What else can I do other than flat out tell you?
well, who else could have done this?
I do not know. This is why I did not want my child there. Because I don't know the situations that come with this lifestyle.
No, but who
I don't
would
know.
have felt so strongly for your emotions and for your protection and for her protection
I don't
that
know.
they may have taken things that they could have taken things into their own hands on your behalf?
Buddy, I don't know. And I'm here to tell you, I have cried and cried and cried and cried and cried over this. So anybody that has saw me in the last week or has talked to me in the last week has heard me cry about it.
So since Monday, you've kind of been a wreck knowing this was inevitably
Yes.
coming, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But,
How could you not be?
I understand. It would be an unbearable thought in
How?
my world.
How could you not be?
But that's why I'm asking you to think real hard about someone who maybe wanted to protect you, protect her.
I, again, am not aggressive. I don't surround myself with aggressive people. I don't know. Like I said, I don't. This is what I know. This is where I was. These are the people I was with. These are the people that I talked to.
Did you talk to anybody else in the last, let's say, week or so about what everything was going on since this all came down?
Anybody and everybody that has saw me crying. My boss, my coworkers, my family, my friends, everybody.
What about family members? Anybody in your family or someone you would consider family you've reached out to?
No. My immediate family. You don't go around bragging to your family that this is happening to you. Especially when you grow up in a Southern Baptist family. Like, you don't, yeah, you avoid them.
Well, I'm trying to give you this opportunity to be real clear about what, maybe even an idea you have in your head about something that could have happened. And the reason why I say that is we have a picture of the person who did this. I don't want you to be caught off guard if it turns out it's someone you know. Because if it does turn out that you're withholding information and our investigation leads to you withholding information, then how is that going to work for you, Alan? How would that work out
But I don't know.
in Presley's favor?
I don't know. I'm here to tell you, I have talked to everybody the same way.
Well, who have you talked to? I mean, I don't know. Go through your phone. Give me a list of people that you've talked to. Do you want to help yourself? I'm assuming this is for your daughter and for her protection, right?
Buddy, I feel like
Rachiel, I have a feeling that you have an idea of what could have happened and you're afraid to say it. But this is a really good time for you to put that out there, and not for you, for your daughter. Because if we find out that you have something to do with this, that's not going to look good for you. So this is a really good time right now while we're gathering information to give us an idea of who could have done this. Think about yourself and think about your daughter for a minute.
I don't know. I have talked to everybody the same way.
Anybody you talk to that's giving you the idea that they, like I said, they want to go out of their way to protect you or protect her from him? It's
Nobody
clear,
that
I mean, it is very clear that you feel very, very strong about her safety, okay? I can feel your emotions, okay? I really get that.
Seriously.
Sometimes things happen, so
Is there anybody you can think of that, you don't think could have taken it seriously, but taken it seriously? If that makes sense.
No. Like I said, my family's I'm not violent. I don't understand.
I'm not saying you're violent.
I didn't do this, y'all. I didn't do this. I don't know.
Who could have done it, Rachiel?
I don't know. That's my problem, is I don't know. I don't talk to him. I don't talk to who he talks to. I don't talk to anybody, really. I stay at home with my family. I go to work.
Rachiel, everything that we've done in the last, and we haven't stopped since this started at 9 o'clock last night. It has not stopped. We have been working tirelessly the whole time. And everything that we keep circling right back to is a connection to this custody battle.
I'm here to tell you, I don't have anything to do with this. I did not do this. I don't know who he talks to. I don't know who would do this to him.
Who would have done this for you?
I don't know. I wouldn't think anybody would do this for me. Why would they do this with my child there for me?
Some people do irrational things in irrational moments.
That's wrong. That's not irrational.
Of course
That
it's
is
wrong.
wrong.
That's why we're sitting here.
Mm.
You said yourself, Colby is a pushover.
I do not know.
You won this battle in court, and from the sounds of it, this could have inevitably ended up being a permanent situation, and that obviously wasn't going to work out very well, for what you and your family want.
I'm here to tell you, I don't know. I don't know who he talks to. I don't know who would hurt him.
But who have you talked to?
My
Well, you
family.
said- Right.
These people.
Do you have family members that live off of Blackjack that you could have talked to?
I have family in Nashville that I've talked to. I have family in Alabama. I have family in, I have family all over the States, but it's just, hey, how are things going? What are you doing?
And obviously this is a hot subject for you,
Yeah,
especially this has not been a good week for
yeah,
what you've been fighting for.
yeah.
Who have we talked to? Tennessee and Alabama are not very far from us. I mean, give me an idea.
But that's what I'm saying. These aren't people that would do things like that. That's my little cousin. She's a child. She's got a baby. It's my older sister. She's pregnant. She's had 3 miscarriages. She's not gonna do anything like that. Like
Are those people in Tennessee?
that my little cousin is. The one in Alabama is the pregnant sister. Like what?
Are they married at all?
Huh?
Are they married?
The sister and cousin?
No,
No,
is
no,
your
no.
sister and cousin married? Well, you said your cousin's little.
No, my cousin's not married.
Yeah.
I don't get along with her boyfriend.
And then the pregnant one?
The pregnant one, I've never met her husband. I don't know. I couldn't even tell you his name. I know that he's got a 7-year-old and a 10-year-old, but I just found that out.
What's the last name? What's your, I guess, who's your sister?
Megan, she just changed her name. It was Megan. It's Megan.
Megan.
Yeah.
Do you have a phone number for Megan?
No, I have her on Snapchat.
Do you have her on Snapchat? Do you have her Snapchat ID?
I can never send me her number.
You can just show me the Snapchat tag, it's fine.
How far along is she pregnancy-wise?
She goes to her to find out what the baby is March 30th.
Did you have a conversation with Megan about all this?
No, that's why I was like, I don't know, so it would be useless. It's not, these aren't,
Can you show me her Snapchat tag? I'm sorry.
yeah, sorry. And how do you do a tab?
It's this one right here. This is what I'm trying to write down.
She's had, you said 3 miscarriages?
Yeah, she's had a hard life.
Does she have any children, or were they just kind of all the
Well,
miscarriages?
her husband died not too long ago, and she got re-engaged or married or whatever, but I've been so far out of the loop, like I said, I stay at home, I don't talk to anybody. She called me the other day and told me she was pregnant, and I was like, that's exciting. She's like, how things are going, and I was like, not great. I told her then, and then I've been trying not to stress her out, so I didn't even tell her about losing in court, but I have talked to her this week. I just told her
You didn't tell her with everything going on. You didn't tell her that court didn't go in your favor.
no.
Why?
Well, she's pregnant. She's had miscarriages. I don't want to stress her out and be the next reason she has a miscarriage.
What was your previous husband's name? If you don't mind me asking.
Hers, Lamar's. I was like, I was never married. Lamar.
So Megan lived with y'all, lived with you at some point, obviously.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it was only for summers.
You don't know her new husband.
No.
You don't know his name.
But I mean,
That's kind of weird.
well, again, it's
It's
you asked who I talked to
right,
recently,
but it's
and
weird
I
that you
was-
don't know her husband's name. That's why.
why. She lives out of state. I don't have to see her.
I know, but it's her husband. That's weird. That
Yeah,
it's
but
her
it's
sister.
new.
I do not.
Her last husband was Lamar. I've been dealing with my own stuff. I'm not the best one at reaching out. When I tell you I have talked to people I genuinely mean, they have reached out because my mom is telling them I'm not doing great. And it's just, hey, how are you? I'm not doing great.
Does your mom talk to your sister often? Could she have been the one that told her what was going on?
No, I don't even think she talks to Megan. I'm telling you guys, I don't know who would do this. I don't know who he talks to. I don't know who would do this. And I would not do this to my daughter. This is horrible.
Well, we've gone through Colby stuff. We've gone through people he's talked to. We've already gone down that aisle. And like I said to you before, everything in this investigation keeps coming back to you in this custody battle. Okay? You said yourself, we know where you are, we know what you were doing, we know all that. Okay? So I'm not saying that you were there, I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying I believe you have a decent idea of who could have done this on your behalf.
I don't. What I'm telling you, I don't know. I don't know who would have done this.
So when we identify the man in the picture, and there's a connection to you, then how are you going to answer that question?
Probably I can't believe they did this. Well, how would you answer that question?
Well, again, I'm going back to the fact that this has clearly been a long, ongoing deal.
This is
This has been a long court battle, this has been a long fight in court, and unfortunately,
This has been
it didn't work out, and then the
2
day it doesn't.
court dates for
Right.
me. I went to court, got told what to do. I did it. I got back to court, got told what to do. I did it. It's not long and drawn out like it's a big giant scene. Yeah, it was a long gap between the process, but it's not like it was a vicious battle back and forth. We were not evil to each other.
I know, but you refused to let him go, and you resorted to both spending thousands of dollars on attorneys to have this argument. And
Because he saw nothing wrong with doing what he was doing. He saw nothing wrong with leaving Coke on a coffee table for a toddler to run around with. Do you see nothing wrong with that?
oh, I see a lot of wrong with that.
I
But
didn't,
what happened with court? Why did the court not agree?
because his attorney moved the court date up to where my side of the case wouldn't even be seen. That's what happened in court.
Right, so the courts did not help you.
At all. I did not do this.
The courts, like you said, took your daughter away from you.
They did not take my daughter away. They ordered 50-50.
Right. But those were
week
your
a week.
words. You said the courts ordered and took your daughter away from you.
The courts ordered, shared, a week to week. You read it, you have it.
Everything keeps coming back to this.
And I keep telling you the same thing. My attorney said that I probably shouldn't come in here and say anything else to you guys because that I've already had a meeting with you guys and that he needs to be present. The only reason I came up here was
What?
I can't spell. Equipity, I don't know. He told me the word. It basically means you've already got my side of the story. You've already asked your questions to me. I've already answered them. So I don't know what you're trying to do with me. I came back up here to let you talk to Christopher because you didn't get to talk to him earlier. And we found out that he was shot on Channel 3 News, and I wanted to ask how you knew my child didn't get to know or see any of that.
And I explained that to you.
Yeah, you did. And
Which is good.
you're right, yeah, you're right. You're right. And I understand. You're doing your job. I understand.
Well, we do want to talk obviously to Chris, and we want to talk to your mom and all that stuff too, and kind of fill that information out, okay?
Yeah.
Before we do that. In the meantime, there's been a lot of communication that's happened in regards to this case that we already know of, so we are going to confiscate your cell phone as evidence, okay?
Can I have my card?
Oh, yeah, that's probably important, isn't it?
I can get it out for you. And when do I get that back?
Well, the sooner we have to download all the information out of it, obviously, for court purposes. So the faster we can do that, the faster we can get it back. What's the passcode to get into it?
3, 3, 3, 3.
It's just 4 threes?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Take that real quick and we'll talk to Chris.
You also told me that you guys have to have a warrant for that?
We do.
Deputies turn their attention to Rachiel's mother, Christina, and bring her back in for questioning.
things I wanted to clarify with what we talked about last night. I just want you to go back over it. Yesterday when you showed up, what information did you get before you showed up yesterday?
Showed
At the
up
apartment?
At the apartment.
Right.
Dustin had called Kim, her son, and said, look, there's a bunch of cops involved, or a bunch of cops downstairs. We don't know really what's going on. Well, we are nosy. So, knowing that she's there, we drive over just to make sure. And I lost my shit when I found out that it was actually his apartment. She called me, I don't know what time she called me.
I mean, it was super obvious last night that that's where the police were and what was, it was,
Right, but see, I had
why
never
did
been,
you not get that information? That's the part that seems a little strange to me, looking
Because-
back.
because I didn't know exactly where he lived. It was the court thingy that they sent us on Friday that told us his actual address. I knew where Dustin lived, but as far as I didn't know.
Did you share that information with anybody, where he was living?
Not other than Dustin and Shelby. I mean, I just told them that that's where, I'll tell you what time that was. Do you even care what time that was?
I'm sorry, did you say Shelby's Dustin's girlfriend?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She called me at 11:35 and told me that Dustin had just called her, so there's cops down there. Because he wasn't even real sure on. I talked to them earlier in the day.
When did you get the information about his address? When was that information? What?
Friday, I think, is when I got that. Whenever they sent why don't make me check my wording? I think it was Friday when they sent out the order, the actual.
Like I told Rachel, we've been going like 20, we haven't stopped working since last night. We've just kept on and on. So,
I'm pretty sure it's
like I said, we're a little more ahead than we were
right.
just an hour into it last night.
Friday at 1:30 is when I got that information.
Okay.
That's when we actually got the shared parenting plan, the proposed shared parenting plan, the version.
So you and Rachel and everybody got that same information at the same
Well,
time?
Rachel got it and Rachel sent it to me.
And then drop off was at 6:30?
6:30 on Sunday. And Rachel and Chris were in the car with me, not to upset Presley. It's easier if I just carry her over to him, because I can be nice. I mean,
How did that exchange it? Like, how'd that go?
I didn't, I mean, handing her over kind of made me sick,
Right.
but whatever. It is what it is, what had to happen.
Did he say anything?
He yelled from across the parking lot, because when he saw us, and Presley said, "Ooh, my Colby." I said, "Yep." I said, "You're gonna go spend the night with him." She goes, "Oh, okay." And then I'm coming back to your house. Yes, you're coming back to my house. I'm not gonna get into it and upset her. So I just kind of sort of lied to her a little bit. Yeah, she is coming back, just not gonna be tonight. And then I asked him, I said, "Look, do you have childcare set up for her?" And he says, "I've got everything covered. Tell Nina you'll see her next Sunday." And I said, "Okay, give me kisses." And he did let me give her a kiss and a hug, and they turned around and beeline back towards his car. I did not see anybody in his car, but I really wasn't,
Paying attention.
I'm really not that observant person. I really not.
Yeah, we don't expect people to be in those situations.
And then after I left, Rachel would get back in the car, Rachel says, did he put her in a car seat? Well, I don't know, I didn't walk to the car. I said, I don't know, I'm sure he did, because Presley's pretty.
It is it's super clear that Rachel, this is torn her apart, since the start of court.
Oh, it got real
This,
bad.
obviously, this week has gone really, really horribly. I'm gonna be kind of more blunt with you a little bit, as I was trying to be more blunt with Rachel as far as that, but everything that we've crossed off a lot of things, especially in regards to like Colby's past, people he's talked to, we've gone through his phone, we've gone through all that stuff, and everything keeps leading back to this custody exchange, and this is where,
I understand that,
yeah,
it looks bad.
right. Well, it's
Why
awfully,
in the
it's not just
hell?
looking bad, it's like, it's awful, everything is just so amazingly convenient, okay? My question is, who else do y'all know that had this information that could have
That could have
Armed.
hurt, I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody that makes me sick to even think about it, to be honest.
Okay, we have a picture of the person who did it. And
I was
it's
wondering
only a
about that.
matter,
I was
it's only a
wondering
matter of
why.
time before we identify him, but everything keeps coming back to this custody thing.
Okay.
Just like talking to Rachiel, I don't want you and your family to be caught off guard if it turns around that it's connected to y'all, okay? Because it's not gonna be connected to Colby, okay? That's what that's kind of the direction I'm kind of trying to go in, is I don't want y'all to be caught off guard, because that's not gonna play favor with you in regards to Preston's future if y'all aren't in agreement. So my question for you is the same as it was for Rachiel. Dig in your brain and think about who could have maybe done this on your behalf. Who could have taken the law into their own hands because the courts didn't. Who have you talked to? Who has you communicated with?
I haven't, I haven't communicated with anybody that would be, I don't have many friends, Kim, Carolyn, and they're old, they're both out there.
About your daughter Megan, you talked to her?
I haven't talked to her. Rachel may have.
Rachiel did.
I
Rachiel's
don't, I
talked
was
to
gonna say, I don't talk to them.
When's the last time you talked to Megan?
She called me and told me she was pregnant. Don't ask me when that was. I have no idea how long she is. I just don't have anything against them. They're good kids.
her. And she's not living locally, right? She's up in Alabama?
Yeah, she's an Alabama.
She's married?
Yes. I don't even know what her husband's name is.
How does nobody know her husband's name? That's weird.
Well, they just got married not long ago. And she dated Lamar forever, and they were pretty much married, whatever, they were together like 12 years. And he had a stroke and died.
Remember when I told you we have a picture of this person?
Yeah.
Is she married to anybody who used to live on Blackjack?
No, I don't even know him. He has 2 little boys and they live in Coleman. That's all I know about him. I can call him and ask him what his name is, but if he lived on Blackjack, I would know, hey, look, I'm marrying the idiot from Blackjack. Honestly, we've lived in Blackjack.
I know y'all lived there once, a long time.
I've been there, yeah. I've
And
been
it's a
there 4
very, very,
years.
I used to work in the South, and
It's-
so I learned very quickly that that is a very close-knit
It
community.
is, but it's not, because my mother, and then my brother, and then I live, on that back far corner. That's where we're at. As far as my other neighbors, if they haven't been there for at least 30 years, I don't know who they are. I couldn't tell you if they walked in the door.
Don't mean to kind of get off topic.
I'm sorry.
After the drop off, did you guys go anywhere after that?
Tom Thumb.
Oh.
And got drinks at 87 and 399.
Okay.
Oh, it's not Tom Thumb anymore. I don't know what the name of the store is.
Cumberland Farms.
That's at 87 and 399.
87 399. We went there.
Do you know around what time that was?
We left pickup, so maybe 6:15, no, not 6:15, I'm tired. I don't know how y'all do this. 6:45, maybe. We dropped off at 6:30, maybe between 6, right around there. They went and got drinks.
Then after that,
We went home, and we're in the middle of buying a new house. So they're burning the tree limbs that we had cut down from the front yard. And I sat there and played on my phone and tried not to puke. But called Kim, called Carolyn, called Casey.
after you got home, the only other place you went to was it just the Kyra Grand, or did you guys
That's
stop?
the home, no, we went there and we went Publix, Tom Thumb, home. And we were home. I told them, hey, I'm gonna run through with with Kim. They were laying in bed watching TV.
Didn't tell her why.
No, because I didn't want to, if something's going on and it has nothing to do with Presley, she's already a nervous wreck. And I'm not gonna upset her by saying, hey, there's police, no, because she's gonna lose her damn mind. Which, hindsight, I should have. When I texted her when I was in your car, I'm a horrible mother. I text her, open the door. I didn't text her anything else. I mean, go open the door. What kind of parent wouldn't say, hey, shit's hit the fan, detectives are on their way, Presley's fine? I mean, but I didn't. I wasn't.
It's and it's Dustin that lives.
Yeah, Dustin Henderson. Yeah, down a little bit. I think he's in 431.
I know that they told him kind of keep an eye out.
I did. I
Seniors,
asked him to do that. I
um,
asked him to keep an eye out,
did
told
he-
Shelby to keep an eye out.
Did he know what his apartment number was?
No, I said, I don't know. I may have told him. I don't know.
Okay.
I told him it was 400s. I didn't know if it was, because I hadn't been there. I didn't know if it was on first floor, third floor. I didn't know. I didn't even know if 6 and 31 were in the same building. You know what I mean?
Yeah, those
You know.
that
I don't know.
apartment complex is
Apartment complex
confusing.
weird. I don't understand. But, so, I mean, he knew that he lived there. To keep an eye out for her, they know who Presley is. They don't know who Colby is. So, just keep an eye out. If you see her out, just let me know that she's okay, you know? Just let me know that she's playing on the playground or, you know, and it's probably not what I was supposed to do. But why the hell would I know something
Well,
like
that's one of those
this would happen?
situations that you don't really know what to do, you just do what your gut tells you to do.
Yeah, and had he not called me, or called his mom, and said, hey, there's some fishy stuff going on. What would have happened? I mean, would y'all have brought Presley home? I mean.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
No, I
all
mean,
of this
that's
is new
where,
and I'm
that's where
still
we're,
like,
that's where
what
we're
the hell
getting.
is going on?
Yeah,
The only reason we were hanging on to her last night was for the sole purpose that we were trying to get with the child protection team for them to kind of lead.
Well, and I think that it's very
Right.
important.
We do that, and it seems like we're trying, just to keep her away from y'all, and that's
No,
not what we're
and
trying to do in that scenario. We're trying to
Talk
make
to the
it
kid,
right.
make sure that,
it's done the right way for her.
and I appreciate that, I really do. She's my life.
Who else? I want to go back to who's Rachiel communicated with in regards to this.
Her few girls at work, I don't know. I do home health care, I take care of old people, Presley goes with her during the day, she works, Rachel and Chris work Monday through Friday. I keep the kids, I keep Presley Monday through Thursday afternoon, and Friday I have Keegan as well. But as soon as they get home, they got their kids back, I'm not a babysitter. So they don't do anything, so I don't know. They don't really hang out with anybody, it's just the 4 of them. Every now and then they'll walk to the neighbors across the lake. I can't even do it. They got a bunch of little kids.
You said Megan lived in Alabama?
Mhm.
Do you know where in Alabama?
Coleman.
When did you said she lived on Blackjack at one point? No, she never did.
No, the only time Megan never lived on Blackjack. Megan would come down every summer and stay with me
Okay.
when I was married to her father. But I mean, we've been divorced for years on end. I still talk to the kids if they call me and they need something, and I'll call them. I mean, I'll talk to them, but no. Megan never lived on Blackjack. Megan came to visit.
When's the last time she visited?
Lamar was still alive. They brought their little boy down.
How-
Presley was not even a pipe dream at that point. I mean,
Okay, so it's been a while.
it's been a long time.
Was Rachiel dating Colby when she came down there last?
I don't know, to be honest. I
Well, this investigation keeps going the same direction, and it keeps circling right back to this same scenario, and everything keeps coming that direction. And based on everything that we've gathered already, it's pretty clear that this is the root of why this occurred. And
So I don't know who she's cried to that, I don't know who she's cried to that would have, I don't know.
anybody who would listen to her, anybody.
Pretty much, I don't,
Is there anybody that you can think of that could have possibly, even with a stretch of imagination, done something like this?
I don't,
Because clearly the courts failed what
Yeah.
y'all wanted,
right?
you know, I mean, I think it's not unreasonable for people to feel that resentment towards the government and rules. I mean, we have to play the rules all the time, so we understand like how frustrating that could be, even from our side of it.
Oh, I understand,
It can be very frustrating. So I can see and we understand it and why it works, and we still get frustrated. So I can understand from Rachiel and y'all's point of view how that's not how
right.
you can't understand it.
And I don't, like I said, I don't know who she's talked to that, I don't know. I don't know.
What
I
about
know
Chris?
Carolyn-
Do you think Chris could have communicated with someone to get some help in this regard?
I just don't,
Because that's kind of the
we
direction
wanted
it's
him to
going.
go away, but we didn't want him to die. I mean, not go away, but leave Presley alone. But not this way. Are you kidding me?
Do you think there's anybody that could construe that, to think that's what, she wanted?
Yeah, when you're upset,
I
I
mean,
mean, obviously,
yeah, when she's upset,
the
she's
person we meet in
crazy.
here is usually a lot different than the person that is at home. And as strongly as Rachiel feels about this, I'm sure that when she's at home, away from sitting in the room with a bunch of cops, that she's gonna think differently and speak a little more freely about things.
Right.
And my thought is, just like you kind of alluded to,
Who could have?
someone took that information and
I don't know anybody that,
did you share Colby's new living location with anybody?
not other than Kim and Dustin. I mean, that. But Dustin, they're not gonna do that. My only other friend's Carolyn, she's 65-year-old widowed woman, she's not gonna do anything either. Her son Michael, nah, not gonna happen. I don't know, I'm not a violent person, I don't know anybody that really is a violent person that would actually shoot someone. That floored me a little bit.
Are
Because
Megan and
last
Rachiel
night-
close?
They've always been fairly close,
Okay.
but we don't talk to Jesse, which is her little brother, very often, but he's weird. Not weird enough to hurt anybody, but he's weird.
Does he live
No,
in Florida? Where does he live?
he lives in Coleman up here, close to his sister.
How old is he?
Maybe 29, 30,
How old is Megan? Is she older?
32. I'm guessing at those ages. I couldn't tell you how old my kids are right now.
Her new husband that has the boys, how old is he?
About the same age.
You think he's in his 30s as well?
He's got a 7-year-old and a 10-year-old, so I would guess early 30s.
Is Jesse's last name Moore?
No, Curtis.
Jesse Curtis? I'm sorry, did you say Jesse?
Jesse, Jesse.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm
That.
tired and I have no, in my head I'm yelling, so.
I'm a pretty soft-spoken guy too, so.
We're all a little behind today
So
with sleep and everything. I said, my biggest concern is once we identify this person, that is gonna come back on Rachiel.
So she needs an damn attorney, not a child custody attorney. It sucks. Okay.
Well, it's just as simple as, just like we were saying, is there someone took something the wrong way?
Even if
and
it took
someone-
it the wrong way, Jesus criminy. At this point, we're all going to hell because we've hurt some damn body. That's not, I'm sorry, that's,
completely understandable how you feel.
I mean, if she's whined and cried, she's whined and cried to everybody. I mean, I'm pleading with the social worker the other day.
The biggest thing for us right now is probably gonna be the outcome of Presley if this comes to light. And we have to find it out kind of our way.
Right.
That's the biggest thing that we are actually really trying to prevent right now.
Right.
So,
And I told Rachel the same thing, like, that's one of our primary concerns, obviously, is the outcome of her. And if anybody does anything to her and on her behalf, that's, you know, from on paper, that's how that might look. But if there's.
Right, but if they did something stupid by not fully understanding that she's just upset, I mean,
So people
Is
say
it
things
still
when they're
Rachel's
upset.
fault?
I
I mean-
understand. People say things when they're upset, obviously. I mean, we've all uttered things that, you know, we don't always want to do that, but sometimes people take things a little bit differently, especially when they see how affected she is emotionally by this whole scenario. That's why I'm trying to just kind of piece
Yeah,
together who could have, who.
I don't know anybody that would have done this. I don't. Like I said, they hang out together and with their kids, they don't even really, they don't go out, they don't hang out with anybody. I mean, at the vet's office, I don't think any of those girls are gonna do anything for her. I don't know.
Okay. Well, this is a really kind of a sucky part. One of the things that we have to do in these types of investigations to clear everybody is we download everybody's cell phones to make sure that we can kind of check them off everything. Obviously, we know there's a lot of communication that's occurred in regards to this, so there always is. We took Rachel's phone for evidence. Of course, we're getting unit warrants to search that information and stuff, but we do have probable cause to hold that information. So I have to
So
take your
she's not even
phone.
gonna have her phone?
No, because I have to take everybody's phones because I need to download the information off of them. to
So
make
when
sure.
am I gonna get my phone back?
Just like I told her, she gave us her passcode so we can do it faster. We have devices that can get into phones without passwords, however, it takes a lot longer to do that. So I need to take your phone as well because I need to get
But
that downloaded as well.
This is my lifeline. I don't
And in
remember
this day and
anything.
age, it really is for everybody, I understand that. What's the passcode for the phone?
I can't do it, you're gonna actually do it 1975.
1975? Okay.
So I won't have it back before I leave here?
Well, we can do it, no, not today, because I have to get a court order
That's
search,
not
that'll probably happen tomorrow.
Well, can I text my mom real quick? Cause she's got peanut.
I'm sorry?
Can I text my mom real quick? And tell her that I'm leaving my phone here?
No, right now, this is gonna be our evidence to hang on to.
Can you text Becky, Ice, Mom, whatever it's under? I mean, she's got custody and I just
You
need
can
to-
call her, you can call her if you like,
Can you
that's
look it
fine.
up and tell me what the phone number is? I'm telling you, I can't do
What's the phone number you're trying, who is it?
Becky Moore.
what was the,
1975?
Ice Becky mom?
Yeah, that's it.
It is
So y'all don't have to have warrants to take my phone?
Not to seize it as evidence. We have to have, a search warrant to actually download the device.
I can't call, I can't breathe.
Well,
I can't play my
it's-
games.
I said, this day and age, I know it is a horrible scenario. Do you want to give her a call real quick and let her know?
Yeah, please. I just have a hard time believing that I can keep my phone.
We can't search through it, but we can seize it. Just like when you blank to a car.
Are you kidding me, you crazy crackhead? She didn't answer me. So you don't have to have like a, I don't care if y'all search through it. I don't care if y'all. Oh my God. What am I supposed to do? for 24 hours on my phone. I work from my
Like I
phone.
said,
That's wrong.
we try to do it obviously as fast as possible.
How am I gonna call you to tell you that my phone needs, I need my phone back? How are you gonna call me to tell me I need to come pick up my phone?
We'll call Becky and let her know. Or we will actually get in person touch with you at the house and let you know.
Oh my God. My own people.
I told you it was like.
I know, but you can tell me I don't have to take my phone. I would've, like, told you no. I'm just gonna, would've let you look at it. I still would've told you no.
No, I understand. Especially, I get it this day and age, especially a very.
I cannot breathe right now.
It's lifeline.
Just keep
Rachiel tells deputies she has some important information she needs to share with them regarding her former stepfather, Jason Curtis. They bring her back into the interview room with her mother, Christina.
Did you tell your mom what's going on?
No, I figured I could tell us all at the same time.
Okay.
Is this something I need to sit down and
Yes.
throw up?
Yeah, you might.
I'm gonna sit all the way down on the floor then.
Okay.
Would you like me to grab you a trash can, ma'am?
That probably wouldn't be a bad idea, seeing how I'm fixing to probably lose my chance. What are you talking now?
I called Booger on Monday and told him about the court date with Jason Curtis. And I was panicking then. And he told me not to worry about it, that it wouldn't be something he'd gotta worry about.
Thank you.
And I messaged him, told him everything that was going on. And he had sent me pictures of knives and guns and Renaissance. But I didn't think anything of it because he lived far away and he's just antsy. And so I had told him, thanks for making me feel better. Just genuinely, just needed to know. Just needed you to know.
What did he send you the pictures of the knives and guns on? Was it on text message, Facebook?
Messenger, but I thought that was bad to have.
Facebook
After,
Messenger, right.
Yeah, after what I deleted that immediately as soon as everything hit the fan. I was like, oh wow, this is probably bad. This probably looks awful. So, yeah, I called him again on yesterday. Not yesterday. I don't know. I called him throughout the week and I was telling him because he talks to me. I grew up with him as my backbone of the dad. Like, my dad wasn't around much, but he was, so.
You think he would actually come down here and shoot him?
I don't know, but he did tell me not to worry about it, and then he called last night and said that I don't have to worry about it and everything's fine. And then you left and then they came, so maybe.
Who left and then who came?
She left and then the detectives came, so maybe.
Well, and what time did he call you?
I
So you
don't
didn't have to worry
have,
about it anymore?
Oh, my foot.
9:30-ish, 10 o'clock-ish, maybe.
So about 10 o'clock. That's what you told me earlier. Was it was about
Yeah,
10
about
o'clock p.m.
10-ish.
And did you, when he told you you didn't have to worry about it anymore, did you ask him, like, what are you talking about? And was this a phone call or was this on
This was
text?
a phone call.
Right. So he called you and said you don't have to worry about it anymore. What did you say to him?
What are you talking about? He said, yeah, you don't have to worry about it. It'll be fine, but I gotta go. And he just hung up.
No.
But I gotta go. Get my ass in the wind. Gotta go. I was
And
like,
that's what he told you?
yeah. I was like, what the hell?
Did you
is
see
that?
him while he was down here?
No.
He didn't come by?
No,
I'm sorry, what'd you say, man?
I didn't even.
Did he come by your house?
No,
No.
come by my house.
That's why I was like, I didn't think that would actually happen. And when he called, I didn't think that was actually a thing.
Oh.
I. I've had so much anxiety about this all week. I have literally been wetting my bed over it. I did not, and then this to happen. And
Okay. Ma'am, are you okay? Do you need some water or something?
no,
Ma'am, do you need some water or something?
I don't know what I need right now. So I think, because it just got snatched out of my body.
Do you mind if I ask her something? I kind of missed a lot. So how did it come to you telling him what happened? Like, when did that happen?
I got to thinking about it.
Do you want some water?
Yes.
Did anybody call me? Yeah, my family called me. Did I make any phone calls? Weird. Yeah. Around 10 o'clock last night, my stepdad called me.
What's his name?
Or my ex-stepdad, Jason Curtis, otherwise known as Booger.
Booger.
Yeah. But I haven't seen him in forever, but we talk every now and then, but it's usually about how he misses us and why I don't
Talk to
misses
you.
our family. And how he wishes he could go back and redo everything. But I was
How did he find out about the
he
whole court case?
he called me one day and told me about how he was pressure washing Nana's house and asked me about how my day was going, and I was crying, so
Was
I
it
told him.
after the court decision?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was. He'd called me just one day, and then he
Do you know what day that was?
messenger after court on Monday. I messaged him and told him what was happening, but it
I'll get
was
you some water.
Thank you.
after that. It was more so of yeah. This is the update. This.
When you gave him the update, did you say anything else or make anything that would make him believe, like, I need to do this?
Other than your daughter crying, puking, other than saying I did everything that I could, I don't know.
Did Jason know him while you guys were dating?
No,
How did he know where he lived at?
I don't know. Don't know.
But-
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I told him.
Did you talk to your sister at all about this, or was it just
No,
him?
not Megan. Megan, she's pregnant. I didn't want to be the next cause of her.
And she's married to Jason, correct?
No. Jason's her dad.
Okay, sorry.
No, that's okay. I don't know who she's married to.
Did you give that information that had his address on it to anybody?
Now listen, I want to make sure you understand, when we do a forensic download of your phone, it's not going to capture just what we see when we get on our phone. Anything that's been deleted, all of that stuff, it basically does what we call data cards. It goes into basically the storage devices of that phone, and data cards deleted data out of that phone. So if there's conversations that you had on Messenger that you think you've been deleted, they're going to get recovered.
Oh, I know.
Okay, so I just want to be sure that you're being 100% honest with us, because I don't want,
Anything.
right,
I
the
know.
only way to get ahead of this is to be honest up front, right? If we have to come back later and say, well, what's this text message about, then that's not going to look good, right?
You're probably gonna come back later a lot. I didn't think he would. I told him I would pay for his gas. I think this looks awful for me.
Did you actually?
No, no, I didn't. When I tell you, I didn't know. I didn't know. When I got the call, I didn't know. This looks so bad for me, y'all.
Like I was telling you.
Did you give him the address?
No.
Like I was telling your mom.
I promise, I didn't give him
I didn't give him anything.
Do you talk to anybody who would talk to him?
I don't know who he talks to. We don't talk on a regular basis. This just happened. Like, this wasn't something that was set up. This was something, hey, he reached out to me a couple weeks ago, and then on Monday, I reached out to him and said, hey, this is how it went. And then he called me, or I called him. I don't even know. I'd have to have my phone here to show you. And then I get the phone call. Hey, don't worry about it. Hey. I call him on Sunday. Hey, I'm here to tell you I'm at drop off, and this is what I'm doing.
Do you remember what day you said I'll pay for your gas?
Oh, maybe Monday?
Is that after the court?
Probably. It looks really bad for me, to be honest. Probably. I was wetting my bed at 25 years old because of the anxiety it brought me.
The biggest thing, as I was telling your mom, is we want to look after your
Daughter,
That's why we kind of
look out.
need the
Yeah.
truth. And you're giving it to us now. So the biggest thing now is we're trying to figure out, how did he come to know where you live?
I don't know. What I'm telling you, I just told him this is what happened.
Okay. And you're saying that when you said I'll pay for your gas, that was just in
That
jest?
was-
That was just in jest?
It was just, you can read it in text message, you'll get them. I was like, LOL, at this point, I'll pay for your gas if it means I stop having to change my sheets. And that's what it was. I did not. This looks so...
You did not ask him to come to
No.
kill him.
Not like that. I didn't.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to upset you. I'm trying to remain calm.
I...
It's not working.
Mom, I know you said you
I'm losing my mind. Go ahead.
you might have sent out his address.
But that was to Kim. Kim ain't gonna talk to that fool.
We can't talk to anybody else that might know him.
I mean, you can call Kim if we look the phone number up. It's under White in my phone.
Can I have some of your water, please? Thank you.
So his conversation afterwards was very quickly just, hey, you don't have to worry about that anymore. I gotta run.
Yeah.
Okay. And did your boyfriend know about this? I mean, obviously you probably talked to him, right?
I thought it was kind of weird.
I mean, but when the police showed up and told you that he was dead, right? You knew.
Yeah.
Right, 2 and 2, right?
Yeah, but look what the situation puts me in.
I understand that. I understand.
That looks so scary and bad on me.
Right. And what I'm asking is, how much does your boyfriend know about this? Right? Because we've got to get all the truth out at this point, right? I don't want things coming up later that's like, all right, well, you didn't tell us this, you didn't tell us that, right? If you're being upfront and honest with us, you got to be upfront and honest all the way. So how much of this does your boyfriend know?
He should know all of this.
Okay. Has he talked to Jason at all?
No, he doesn't know him. Excuse me.
Okay.
So after you talked to him on Monday, did you talk to him daily after that, or was it just Monday and then that was it?
I don't know. It was Monday, Friday, And I think I talked to him all weekend, which makes it look even worse.
Daniel, did you talk to him
Casually.
all day on Sunday?
No, like casually. He just wanted to know, like, hey, how are you? How is your mom? Because he understood that this was how sick we were over it. Like, God.
And you mean sick by we were over? Is it you and Christopher, or just?
I had told him I had been puking, and he called and asked what I was up to, and I told him I had been sick, and this is why. My mom has been sick, and this is why.
And that was on Monday? Or,
I don't know what day that was. My week has been long. I have not slept much this week. I got told on Monday that abruptly our schedule was going to change. I was like, okay, well, I need to prepare her for this. Okay, how do I prepare for this?
did you know any of this, Mom?
No, I did not know any of this.
I didn't think it was.
I didn't think that he would actually. I don't know.
Why would you put my daughter in that situation?
Is he?
Why wouldn't he? Okay, this sounds shitty, especially coming probably to a cop. Why wouldn't he wait until my kid was gone? Why?
Do you all know him to be violent in nature like this?
Booger, yes. Oh,
But not. I would never think that he would actually kill somebody.
no, not like that.
I
no.
would never. But I didn't even know that you would.
And then you said Sunday around 10ish, she just called you up and said,
Yeah, everything. You don't have to worry. Everything's fine. I can't talk. I gotta go.
did he sound,
I don't know if it was 10ish or 9:30 or it was late.
did he sound just like normal, or was he?
He seemed excited. Like, I don't know.
Do you know what kind of car he has?
No. We don't live close. He doesn't live here. We don't. I guess we don't talk. Maybe we do talk. I know he drives motorcycles and 4-wheelers, and he has an S10, I think. I don't know. Last I talked to him.
After he made that phone call saying, you know what he said, you don't have to worry. Was that the last time you talked to him since?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I mean, you have talked to him since, or you haven't?
No. What? If everything came out like that, why would I call him back? I'm
Why did
just.
you call him like him call you?
No. That's why I'm like, I don't know.
You don't know how you could have gotten Colby's address?
No.
Because like I said, now we're peeling back this little onion. One thing we're looking for is, you know, what's best for your daughter at this point.
Right.
All right, what's
I
being truthful.
don't know how he would have gotten the address. I don't know that. I know that I made the joke of me wetting my sheets and I would pay for your gas, but I didn't think that through. I never thought in a million years that would actually happen. But
Can I see the picture? I'll tell you exactly if it's him or not.
Would Chris provided that?
Huh?
Would Chris have given him their location?
I don't know. I don't think Chris even is friends with him on Facebook or knows his number or anything. I don't know anything. This man's been separated from us for 13 years. He's been trying to get back with my mom forever, but it's just been like a casual distance. Hey, I love you too. I grew up with you. You're my dad. This is what I've got going on. What have you got going on? We can stay distant, but still stay in touch. I didn't think he would come here to do this. It was just,
No, I need my phone.
please make me feel better. I just need someone to talk to because my stomach's in knots about this. And when I told him I'd pay for his gas because I wet my sheets, when I said I would pay for your gas would mean I didn't have to wet my sheets anymore at 25 years old, LOL. Who would have thought? I'm just... Oh. This is...
Well, on the plus side, you put yourself in a better position.
Buddy, I didn't think about that. And then... I'm sorry.
I think you were thinking about the whole time that we were talking.
What situation does that put me in? This looks very, very bad for me. I didn't do...
But as we said, as Detective Kelly was saying, we were gonna find this out. So
Yeah.
it would look a lot worse because you didn't tell us.
Yeah, I didn't do this. This is...
Sorry, man.
Sorry, I should have told you outright. But I'm so... What do you do when this is laid at your feet?
You open your mouth
You
and say
cooperate.
something.
And then what? Go to jail because this happened?
Well, you're much better off on the side of cooperation than you are on the side of telling a bunch of lies or pretending you don't know the truth, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's just,
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Can I have your water, please?
so I know that the way that the forensic demo works on the phone, I think the captain probably covered that with you and kind of explained that, how that works. So anything that's all the social media apps that you communicated on, we get stuff directly from Snapchat, stuff directly from Facebook Messenger, all the Meta platforms, we get everything directly from them.
You guys can have all of those. I don't mind handing over everything is the I deleted it because it looks suspicious as all get out, but I mean, you're gonna get to see it anyway. I'm not stupid.
Right.
I know you're gonna get to download it and see it. But it does look bad for me. I'm not even gonna lie about it. Yeah, I do reach out, and yeah,
Did you share the court paperwork?
no,
No, I did with Carolyn and Kim, and said, now we at least have an address of where she'll be, but I'm not gonna say nothing to nobody. But that was only because of the fact that I was panicking about not knowing where she was going.
I would not do
Could they
that
have
to
shared it?
this
Could they
man.
have shared it to somebody? Well, when you had that conversation with
I
him,
would not do this to that man. No. No.
Did Chris have a copy of?
No, maybe, we have a group text, it's me, my mom, and Christopher.
he's on it.
Yeah, I sent that into it, that way everybody was aware this is where we had to be at 6:30 on Sunday. But I mean, I didn't, that's the only place it's been.
Is it possible that Chris could have shared that information?
I don't think so, I haven't asked him.
Is it possible for Jason to have reached out to Christopher once you told him what was going on?
I don't think so. Christopher's been up my butt making sure I don't off myself over the situation. But that's not real healthy for my kid, and I would not do that.
But I mean, once you told Jason what was going on, do you think Jason could have reached out to Christopher through Facebook or?
I don't know. I don't think so. you can, I mean, you'll have his phone, you'll get to see. I'm not sure. Oh, excuse me.
Did he ever come by your house last night?
No. No. That's not, no. He called at, it was late, 9:30, 10 o'clock, somewhere around there. I don't know, but
He called around the time that y'all went over
no,
to the apartment?
not y'all. I didn't go
You and
anywhere.
Kim, around the time that you and Kim went over to the apartment?
She called me, and I looked it up for the other guy, it was 11:30, is when she called me. That's when I went over. But I didn't, I mean, I didn't know he had called.
Yeah.
So what did you think when you heard that?
Sorry.
Well, I guess let me
So when they
go
knocked
back.
on
When the detective showed up at your house and told you
I
that
wanted to puke.
Colby was killed,
I immediately asked where my kid was, if she saw anything. I thought, I didn't know what happened. I didn't know if she had said anything. I thought, oh my God, how could you do this to her? How could you do this to me? What's the situation you're gonna put us all in? I panicked. I did not know what to do at that point in time. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know. He said that he had been harmed and currently deceased. That's all I got told. I was like, where is my kid? How did it happen? They didn't tell me anything. And that's all I knew. That's what I was left with. You can,
has he met Colby before?
No, I had posted on an old Facebook account, but I mean, we were together for a while. We had seen pictures of us. It's not hard to look him up. I
want as much
as
cooperation
possible. I know.
as possible, okay? So
I
just think really hard back to the beginning of the week. What information did you share? That's gonna be very important to your cooperation of what information did you share?
That my side of the case was not used and that I am upset. Basically just vented to him about it. Like you would your dad or your spouse. Not my spouse, of course, but like someone you would. I don't have contact with my dad, so I figured he's far enough away that it's not gonna stress my mom out any more than it has to, that I could call him and talk to him and I could be mad with him and get upset with him and it would be somebody good to lean on, you know? So I did that and I told him what was going on and he said it will be okay if it needs to be. And I said I just needed somebody to tell me that it will be okay if it needs to be. And that's all I needed to hear. But I didn't know it meant like that.
So when you told him about everything, how it was going, obviously he probably felt your same emotions coming through phone.
Yeah, but I didn't disclose where he lived or what addresses or where she would be.
Not leave them, but I need to get outside.
You're fine.
Are you okay if I go outside? I mean,
I feel like I'm gonna pass out in this chair. You do you. If you can leave.
I just really feel that I need to get outside because I'm not okay right here.
Okay, I guess I can meet you outside. Okay. I love you. I'm so sorry. I didn't know this would happen.
They're gonna take breast.
That's not our decision and that's not what we're doing right now. Okay, I don't want you
I
to
just had
think
to
that
share
way.
that, I'm sorry.
Okay, I don't want you to go that direction. We haven't mentioned that to anybody, and we haven't even made any phone calls. So I don't want you to jump to conclusions right now.
Please don't do
Okay.
that. I didn't do this.
I don't want you to jump ahead right now, okay?
Sir,
Can I get out when I get there?
Yes, ma'am, the same way we come in.
sir, please, please. I didn't do this. I'm sorry about that. Please don't take her. Oh, sir,
So
how can I help? How can I?
this is the cooperation part we're talking about. The more you cooperate and the more openly you are to answers, okay, is better in your favor. Okay, we're all human. Everybody, even the lawyers, prosecutor, judges, they're all human too.
They have not been on
Okay.
my side so far.
Okay, well, have you tried in a case like this to be completely honest and kind of put yourself in a vulnerable spot?
Yes, sir, I have. Please.
Okay, well, I think that's what I'm asking you're gonna try. You're gonna have to just be very vulnerable at this point and just give up any information, okay?
I did. I gave it all over to you.
Okay, so when you and I were talking earlier, and it was pretty clear
In the circle.
what I was circling around to.
Yeah, I told you I
And
didn't
you,
know
on
anybody who
purpose,
would want to
would
hurt
not
him.
Talk about your dad.
Buddy, I didn't know he would want to hurt him.
But you knew it was good information. But you
Yeah,
knew it
it would
was information
be
you
a
should have
good
shared.
lead, but
So were you trying to protect him because you already known what he had done?
no, I wasn't trying to protect anybody other.
But you didn't give me his name one reason, so it was because you were trying to protect him. You're loosely trying to protect yourself as well. I can understand that, but you're also trying to protect him for what you knew he did, right?
I don't want this to turn around on me if that was him. I knew what I had said to him. I knew what he had sent me.
What else did he send you?
Those pictures,
Kind of missed that part. What pictures?
the pictures of, take your pick of the swords or the knives and I jokingly said whatever would be easiest to carry. But again,
What day was that?
I don't know, sometime this week.
Was it just swords and knives?
There was guns.
Well, if court was on Monday, what day do you think that was? Just
I don't
What do
know,
you think?
probably Monday.
the same day as the court?
Probably.
Okay.
And then you said you talked to him Friday as well, or all weekend. Is that what you said?
No, I don't know. My phone's not right in front of me. If you hand me back my phone, I deleted it because I thought that seemed suspicious when he called me. So I just went through and deleted everything because that's awkward. Why just,
Sorry, I keep asking this. When he called you on Sunday, what did he say?
don't worry.
How long did
You
you
don't
talk
have to
for?
worry about anything. It
When he-
was less than a minute phone call.
and how did he sound when he was saying that?
Excited. I was like, what do you mean? Well, I can't talk right now, I gotta go. I'm gonna put my ass in the wind. Huh? And that was the end of it. My heart dropped. And I didn't hear anything. And then,
When he showed you, we'll go back to the pictures, I guess, because that was something a little bit easier. Then he said, take your pick, and you said whatever is easiest. What did he show you pictures of?
it looked like a Renaissance thing. There was a sword as long as this table, a couple knives this big, a couple different guns. I just genuinely thought he was showing me his collection. Over time, this is what I've got to work with. If it makes you feel better.
Well, in the context of the conversation, I think it was pretty clear what he
Yeah.
was trying to
Insinuate, yeah, but I didn't. I never
What
thought.
kind of guns did he show you? Handguns, rifles?
Rifles, handguns, they were both there. I didn't think this would happen.
When's the last time you saw him in person?
Saw him in person? I don't know. I don't know. Years ago?
So it's been years since he's been back that you've had face-to-face contact with him?
Yeah. He,
Other than Monday, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, you're good. He
Um,
may,
Other than talking to him on Monday after the court, when was the last time you talked to him before that? Over the phone? Or through text?
sorry. No, it wasn't years ago. It was, he had came in town to get a buddy of his and then was in the neighborhood, say hey, and then he left. And then that was, I don't even know how long ago that was ago, but like,
Weeks?
no,
Months?
no, like, maybe October.
Okay, so just a few months ago.
No, like, of last year. So, of 20, I don't know. It was a while ago. And then, before then, or not since then, before then, I hadn't seen him in years. And then he said, hey, I'm in the neighborhood not in the neighborhood, I'm in the area picking up a buddy. I'd like to come through and see you guys. I haven't seen y'all in a minute. I said, well, everybody else is sleeping, but you can come see me. I'm here. He came in, gave me a hug, and then he left. And then I called him, he had texted me about doing some work on Nana's house. I had called him, vented to him for a little while, and then I had talked to him.
No, it was after the court.
Yeah, but he had talked to me too. It was
Did you talk to him before the court date?
yeah,
How often would you guys talk?
not very often.
Is there any reason why you reached out to him right after the court appearance?
He makes me feel better. He makes me feel calm.
Like he was gonna take care of you?
No, just knowing that he went through the same thing and that it was okay for him. Growing up, his kids got to come spend the summers with us and lived with their mom during the school year. So that's what we talked about. Yes, there was violence and guns and stuff too, but that was just when I was venting. We talked about how to move forward with it, like do what your mom says to do. Wait for the system. Wait for DCF. It was stuff like that.
But then Monday, when obviously all that had
No,
not worked.
no, even on Monday, all through this week, anytime he had contacted me, that's what he had said. It was not made to me that it was gonna be taken care of like that. It was gonna be taken care of in the system. God's got us. That's what I was told.
So on Sunday, when he called you and he said that it was all taken care of and that he had to, to get out, then how did you feel? Like
could have puked. I was so scared because I didn't know what that meant.
What did you believe it meant? Because obviously what he said, the person who makes you calm, the person that makes you feel better about things. He says, he calls you, has a quick conversation. What he says to you makes you so sick to your stomach that you want to vomit.
When he said, I gotta go, I can't talk right now, I gotta put my ass in the wind,
What did you believe?
I believed that he was here. I believed that he hurt him and that my kid had to witness it and that it was going to come on to me and that he just ruined my life. That's what I believed. And that
So did he say anything to you
No.
about what he had done?
no.
But based on what he said to you, his words were good enough for you to believe that he had done something to hurt Colby.
Something was off. Hey, you don't have to worry about anything anymore. Considering what we had been talking about all week, like you sounded like you had been drinking. You sounded like you knew what was going on in my life. Like, how did you sound so confident and excited? And then tell me you gotta put your ass in the wind.
Have you talked to him since?
No.
No, since yesterday when he
No.
called you, he hasn't called you, reached out to you at all?
No. I have been sick.
Has anybody reached out to you from that side of your family?
I've talked to Megan, but again, it was just about her pregnancy and what she was doing. And her dad asked me if I could ask her if she could loan him some money. And I was like, well, why don't you ask her? And I was like, hey, can you give Dad what he needs? I can cash app you or give it back to you or why?
When was that?
Huh?
When was that, today?
No, that was a while ago. Monday, maybe I don't know, sometime this week. But it was like, I don't know. I wouldn't think anything of it because it's Megan and them. They live right next to each other. I don't get between them. They live too close to each other. They have too much drama. I try to focus on, hey, how you doing? How's your kids? Like, how's your pregnancy going when it comes to Megan?
Yeah, it's an important question.
I know.
It really is. It sounds silly, but it's an important question. Did you, on purpose, decide not to tell us this information early on? And why didn't you tell it? What was going through your head that why you decided not to give that information?
I purposely didn't give you that information because I was scared that it would look like I set this up and you would immediately take my daughter, and I did not do this. And I don't know how else to go about doing any of this. I've never been more scared in my life, sitting right here with all of my cards laid on the table. You'll have my life in your hands, literally. I did not do this. I did not know he would do this. I did have an idea of who it would have been early on, and I'm sorry I withheld that. But it scared me right out the get-go because of the fact that look how it looks for me. I thought that I could vent to somebody that used to be my dad. I thought he lived far enough away, it wouldn't be a problem. I did not think in a million years that this would be something that actually happened, and that my child would go through this, and that we would be sitting here having this conversation due to that.
When we recover all the messages and we're able to kind of read the messages, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but obviously sometimes, when you're an outside perspective and you're reading messages, how are those messages going to read?
They're gonna look awful. They're gonna look really bad for me.
Give me an example of what they said or how they're going to look awful.
They are going to they're gonna look bad. Like the one that says, at this point, I would pay for your gas money if it meant I didn't have to wet my sheets at 25 years old. That's gonna look really bad for me.
How did you respond to that message?
I don't remember.
What day was that?
I don't
Was that
remember.
yesterday when those conversations happened?
No. Those are like Monday conversations, or I don't know, sometime this week conversations. No, Tuesday conversations.
Okay, so the following day after court.
Following day conversations.
What other communication was there?
He called me while I was at work, and I answered it, but it was in my pocket, so I didn't know it even answered. He called me back. So I talked to him for about 20-ish minutes, told him what was going on, and
On Tuesday or Wednesday?
On Tuesday.
Okay.
He was like, so are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm just waiting for everything to play out. I mean, I'm at work right now. I'm working on the dogs. This is what I'm doing. I'm feeding medications. Like, we just talked about what we were doing and what he was doing. He was pressure washing Dana's house, and I was feeding dogs and walking them out and giving medications. That's what we talked about. And then he just hung up, and then we didn't really talk.
Any other messages that we're gonna recover and look at?
Did he send, after he called you and talked to you over the phone, did he send the swords and knives and guns picture? Or was that after you guys talked or before?
I don't know if that was on Monday or Tuesday. That was whenever I had a mental breakdown. I just texted him the whole shebang, like, hey, I tried everything I knew how to do, and I don't know what to do. I'm panicking.
In the midst of all that sharing and upset stuff, information, is it possible that you forwarded him the order from the court?
No. I'm telling you, I did not send that report to anybody except for my mom and Christopher, and it's because we were in a group chat. We do everything as a family. If I have to be here to drop her off, they have to be here to drop her off.
Who could he have reached out to get that information?
Anybody that used to know me, anybody that he knows, I don't know. Maybe go to his friends list. I don't know. I wouldn't, that doesn't seem, if he was to ask me, where does he live? That would be like, oh, he is actually.
Was that ever come up, even in
Yeah.
conversation as far as?
Well, yeah, it says, it says, well, maybe I need to go hunting. I said, well, I have an address. It's not even much of a hunting party. That's in text messages. That's gonna look very bad.
Okay.
So
did you just give him an
no,
address
no,
when he asked for it?
no.
Did Christopher know you were talking to him?
Yeah, but I mean, who doesn't talk? He's just as stressed about this as I am.
Did he know, that he was saying these things?
Yeah. Buddy, this looks bad. I know.
Is it possible through the conversations that you had with him that you gave him the address?
No.
I don't, just like I told you
I'm
before,
here.
I don't want to catch you off guard and suddenly find out that.
Right, that I gave him the
It's
addresses.
all right there.
Right, no.
And you sat here and told us 20 times that you didn't give it, and then it's gonna be right there. No one's gonna believe that, obviously. If in that regard, they're not gonna believe your story.
Yeah,
They're gonna say, oh, you're just trying to withhold little bits of information.
yeah.
Okay, that's the only, and that's why I just gotta keep opening that door to make you, I
Understand.
want you to be 100% positive that you did not give him an address.
Mm-mm.
Do you think he could have found Chris through Facebook and talked to him?
I don't think Chris would have talked to him, to be honest. Chris would have been like, hey, your dad's texting me. He would have told me. We're very open. I say that, but I didn't tell my mom I called him because it's her ex-husband. I feel kind of awkward holding or having some kind of distant relationship with her ex-husband.
When's the last time your mom talked to him?
I don't know. Probably at their divorce. I don't know. Maybe at his dad's funeral. Maybe. I don't know. We went up there for that. But like I said, honestly, I'm his stepdaughter. He's someone I can just vent to. It's like talking to somebody in China. It was, and yeah, if they say what makes you feel better at the time, okay, why take any thought to it, you know? But this is probably why.
Well, the outside looking at it, it kind of looks like it was kind of clear that it was kind of going that direction. Okay, and that's why I want you to be clear about everything you said, even if it sounds crappy. You keep saying it's going to look really bad.
Yeah, it's gonna look really bad. I didn't.
You know, 30 minutes ago, it wasn't. I didn't have. You know, you're still kind of peeling back that onion a little bit, because suddenly you said, well, he did say it's time to go hunting. And I said there's not much hunting in the address.
But I didn't tell him the address.
Right, but you could have told us that portion 25 minutes ago. Do you see what I'm saying? We're still peeling back just little bits at a time.
Right, you asked me what to look forward to in the messages. What are you gonna find? I'm trying to think about what I may have said. That something that popped up. It's not much of a hunting party. I have an address, but I didn't send it.
Text messages were used to. I mean, are we talking about, you know, just a handful of text messages, or are you talking like a serious hundreds of text messages? Conversation?
No. Like
You know, a text conversation gets out of control pretty fast, and all of a sudden you don't realize it, but you've sent 75 messages.
Right. It's not like that. I don't have time to be texting like that. I work at a bordery. Y'all can see it and read it, and y'all will get to see what I'm talking about when it says it's gonna look bad on me, but I didn't do this. I would not put her through that. Definitely not on purpose.
After you dropped her off to Colby, where did you guys go anywhere?
We went to the Tom Thumb and then went to the house.
Okay. And which Tom Thumb was that?
The one at 399 and 87.
He wasn't there at all.
Who?
Jason.
No. Like I said, I didn't know he was here. I knew, hey, you don't have to worry about anything, but I can't talk now. I gotta put my ass in the wind.
When you were venting to him on the phone earlier on, did he ever say anything that?
You don't have to worry about this.
That said he was like angry, mad, upset?
No, he seemed calm. Like he just
Like
knew God had
about
this. Yeah. He seemed calm, like he knew God had this. So I was calm because
And you say he's been violent before?
he was an alcoholic, but I mean, he hasn't been here. I mean, most alcoholics get violent, but it wasn't anything like murder. It was a bar fight at the smokehouse when it was still a smokehouse on 87. That's all I know him to be violent with.
There's a lot of things obviously we're still working on, and I just hate being caught by surprise once we get all the data back is all.
How long will that take?
I said it can be a fast process, so it really just depends on how much data is on the phone.
A bunch of it can Yeah, okay.
Hang tight real quick.
We'll be right back with you.
Can it get processed now?
No, because we have our own forensic people that do it, and they're not here in this office. Rachiel, we talked to our state attorney, based on all the information. He's advised we're gonna place you under arrest right now, okay? I don't want you to fight us or anything about this right now. I just want you to understand this is just a very early point of the investigation, and
If you
Just-
place me under arrest for something that I didn't do, it goes on my record and everybody can see it.
No, it doesn't. This is just the first step, okay? We're not gonna jump ahead.
That's what they said with the arson.
Okay, I need you to stand up and put handcuffs on you, okay? We're gonna have someone come up here and transport you out to jail, okay?
Sir, I didn't do this.
Is there anything else in your pockets at all?
I'm sure.
These are
Typical. Is that better?
sorry.
It's okay.
You got a smaller wrist than me.
Locked.
You don't want to hurt your wrist or anything?
No, but here. I didn't do this.
Well, you gotta give yourself a chance that coming clean and being honest really does make a difference in a lot of ways.
Oh,
Okay?
yeah?
Okay.
Where's my daughter gonna be?
Well, we're gonna talk to DCF about that. We need to explain,
Please
we
let her
have to
stay where
explain.
she is at.
We have to explain to DCF what's going on, okay, and that's gonna be up to them, okay? That doesn't mean they're taking her away, okay, but we have to notify them of what's going on, okay?
Okay.
Okay. I think everyone here has been real decent, and we're trying to be as transparent as we can, okay? I don't wanna keep things from you, okay? But I want you to just be understanding, okay? Going to the county jail is not a prison sentence, okay? So don't treat it that way, okay? But it's just part of what has to happen.
I have to go to jail because
Not right now, tonight you do, yes. Okay?
okay, what am I being arrested for?
Right now, we're gonna charge you with tampering, and they're gonna look at accessory after the fact charges. Okay?
Accessory to murder? I didn't do this. I did not.
Sometimes the truth sets you free.
Did
Okay?
it?
And this is real early, but this is just part of it. Like I told you, this is not a prison sentence. Just because you're getting arrested and going to the county jail does not mean that you're convicted of a crime.
When you got arrested before, you said they dropped the charges, right?
Yeah, but guess what? Everybody could still see him. And I didn't do that. I wanted to be a firefighter as a child, and my brother accidentally lit a house on fire that was abandoned that they were making fireworks in for 4th of July. And one of them passed out inside and the others fled. I went inside to get the kid back out, and they charged me with all of those things that you can see.
Well,
That's my
yeah,
side of
That's not a conviction.
I know,
That's what.
but
that's what
everybody
in the
else
end,
gets to see
In
it.
the end, that's what matters, okay? Because whether you're convicted of a crime, there's two very big differences.
My face is gonna be out in public for a homicide. And I didn't do this.
That might have been a different story if you would have told us this yesterday. And right now, that's how the state attorney's gonna view that.
It would have been a different story, it would have been a different day I wore handcuffs.
Not necessarily. I'm not gonna make promises, but that's why we consult with the state attorney about everything.
I should have taken my state attorney's word. It should have said, No, I can't talk to you guys. Y'all talk to him and have a good day.
How much worse do you think that would have ended up?
I probably would have ended up in life. But honestly, I'm walking there willingly now. I didn't do this.
And you need to, that's why I'm trying to be upfront with you and honest, and give you that idea that sometimes the truth will set you free. I'm not promising you that, but that's the best card you have to play.
This man gets shot. I have no gun residue on me. I was where I was supposed to be, doing what I was supposed to do, and I still get arrested for his murder. And my child still gets taken from me. And I still have to have my face registered with a homicide. Let's go, I guess.
We're gonna wait for patrol to come, or patrol deputies to come up and take you. Okay, we're not gonna drag you out there.
Can I really say bye to my mom?
Well,
She didn't get to say bye last time.
what do you mean she didn't get to say bye?
She wasn't home when they came and arrested me.
Well, I'm gonna say no, because I don't like to make it a big scene, and I don't like to make any potential problems that could arise from that.
Okay.
Okay? I'm gonna let her know what's happening. Okay?
Okay.
Leave this here for just a second, and I will talk to mom real quick and let her know.
Okay. If you wanna just have a seat,
I take a medication.
you can have a seat for right now. I don't need to stay the whole time.
I don't want to.
Once you get to the jail, we'll ask you what medications you take, because I'll have a
I
nurse
don't
on
know.
staff.
It's on my phone. That's why I was saying, hey,
What's it for?
medication.
Good.
Anxiety,
Just
bipolar,
because
depression.
they'll talk to you and ask what it's for, and from there, they have the medical staff right there. They'll talk to you. Alright.
I have so many emotions right now.
If you didn't, then that would be a problem. So it's a good thing to have all these emotions going through right now.
I don't even know. Honestly, my next step is to sit still. Sit still and be told what to do next. Let somebody else make me a bird in a cage. And I didn't do this, and I have to work. I have appointments all week this week that I'm gonna miss. That I don't even know how to reschedule. My life really is a shit show, man. It feels like the longer I live, the more of a shit show it just becomes.
Rachiel Moore was charged with accessory to murder and tampering with evidence. This story will continue in our next video.